What up, what up? Oh my gosh. Another Trooper Steve on patrol. Don't worry, we're going to leave this parking lot. But maybe you want to see the parking lot. I don't know. I'm Trooper Steve, Steven Montiero. Your traffic safety expert, your morning anchor, your law enforcement guy, whatever they need me to be, I got you. So today we are on patrol in an area where we've frequented before, but the construction's done. And it's an interesting layout. A viewer sends me out here, but once I got out here, it was kind of funny because the first thing I thought was like I felt I was in a cage. And you're going to feel that and you're going to see exactly what I mean. And it's the smallest stretch of roadway. I'm talking along Conway Road between 408 and Curry Ford. A viewer sent me a message talking about some of the signage out there and that they were a little confused because the speed signs say one thing and then they say another. But if you read the viewer's email out loud a few times, it kind of answers itself. But that's me and how I think and how I process things. So today that's what we're going to do. So welcome to Trooper Steve on patrol. We are inside Results 1, rocking and rolling here in this machine. I tell you, we've got another piece of machinery coming out here soon that you guys will get to see. It's not mine though, so it's not that special, but this is cool. Anyway, so let me read the email to you because as I was sitting here rereading it a few times, I'm like, but this is why we exist. So we could talk to you, the individual, you, the viewer. So listen, if you have any suggestion, any complaint, I'm talking anything. I don't care if you want to know why the stop sign has the shape that it has. Send it to me, asktroopersteve at WKMG.com, email my other one, personal email, anything, send him a message, my social media, all that stuff. But, so, Steven sends me an email to Trooper Steve, and it says, when I turn right on Conway from Curry Ford, which we're going to do here, headed towards 408, so northbound. This is funny. He goes, there are 27 plus signs, 3 different speed limits in the 1 mile stretch of land, mainly topping 35 miles an hour. However, in the other direction of 408 to Curry Ford along Conway, the speed limit is 40, which is correct. Steve, why are we focused on speed limits that you're not headed to or headed towards? That's like you're going to Target and you're upset that you're at Target and Walmart's got the price cheaper. You should have gone to Walmart. Help me out, right? So, all right. So I don't want to bury the fun talk right off the top. So let's go just see what Steve's talking about here this morning. We'll take Results 1 up northbound here along Conway. We're right at Curry Ford, and we'll simulate we're making that right. And we're going to see what Mr. Steve is talking about, viewer Steve is talking about here, not me, Trooper Steve. We're going to go and analyze this. We're going to stay here in the right lane just so we can clearly see what's happening. But look, we're now on Conway. The next light here is going to be Curry Ford. We're going to stop at it because it's changing signs here. And we're going to see what this key is going to do. All right, we're going to move into the left lane. We're allowed to do that. Space is open. So what Steve did was he emailed me saying that he makes a right from right over here where the Papa John's is, right there, the right side of your screen. All right. He makes the right and he sees, obviously he's being a little Trooper Steve-ish with his sarcasm, 27 different speed signs. And we're going to drive through here, we're going to observe and then report to you what we see. And then I'm going to break this down. So simple. We have 2 producers kind of tag teaming it today with us, and I'm guaranteed both of them are going, this is the stuff talks about? Yes, this is the stuff Steve talks about. So many S's. And you guys watch it. The other day we covered turning signals. I don't know why that I could tell you guys that I-4 is shut down. 4 likes, maybe an email. I told you guys you needed a turning signal in a turn lane, and the army that came in support of me was huge. So it's hit or miss. So who knows how this is going to do. But light's getting ready to turn. If you're joining us, you're on News 6 Plus YouTube, you just hopping on. We're out here, city of Orlando. We're right on that line of unincorporated Orange County. But we're along Conway Road at the intersection of Curry Ford. We're facing northbound, left travel lane. Viewer Steve sent me an email saying, why are the speed signs so different, and what speed should I be going? So we're going to pay attention to that exactly. Now, something I'm going to tell you guys now, I noticed some GPS devices, some vehicle smart systems are not detecting the actual speed out here. So just because your car is telling you it's a 40-mile-an-hour zone, you need to pay attention to the signage. The signage is gold. Just like cash is king, signs are king. All right, we're northbound, left travel lane. I'm getting up to the speed here. First speed limit sign we see here at Montiero Road, 40 mile an hour. Then another sign saying up ahead, be prepared to slow to 35 miles an hour. We're going to move into the right travel lane. Still a 40 mile an hour zone because it said up ahead 35. So we're cruising at 40, right travel lane. But do you see what I'm talking about feeling like you're in a cage? There is zero shoulder to pull on, whether you're on the right, you're going to eat those cement concrete barriers. In the left, they've added median dividers, positive ones. And then about a quarter mile here, it drops to 35 miles an hour at Fontana Street, between Fontana and Haylock, as you're going northbound. So I'd have to reduce my speed. Now, the question would be, why are they reducing the speed? Well, you're coming up on a dead end up here, and they don't want you flying at 40 mile an hour, all right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to slide over here into the left lane. We're going to turn left here onto Lake Underhill and get turned around, and then we'll observe the back. Now, if I was in my personal car, would I pull a U-turn here? Yes, but I'm not. So we're not going to, because I'm not going to be able to commit to that. I am going to pull and make a U-turn right here though. So when we turn around here, we're going to head now south on Conway and observe what they're seeing in the southbound lanes. Remember, you stop at the stop bar. Florida law requires you to stop at the stop bar, then you can peek forward. Why are we stopping at the stop bar? Crosswalks there. Speed cameras, all registered off of the stop bar. All right, now opposite direction. We start off at 35 miles an hour. We're now starting southbound at 35. Electronic speed measuring device on the right-hand side, letting you know how fast you're going. A lot of pedestrian crosswalks with flashing lights. As we're headed southbound, I'm staying at 35 this time. But, to Steve's point, as you're continuing southbound here, less distance traveled jumps up to 40. Right here at the entrance to the Woodlake Villas apartment, speed limit is now 40 mile an hour. So a 5 mile difference here. You maintain this, you keep going until what? Until you see a change in the sign. Here, speed limit's still 40. Your speed, 40 mile an hour. We're doing it on the nose. Lets you know, new signal ahead as well. But you see what I'm talking about, a cage? It's so contained right here. You can't mess up. I'd love to speak to a resident who's accidentally scraped their tires up on these, I'm going to say it, ridiculous amount of positive barriers for a bicycle. I don't know what the bike traffic is through here, but you guys must have bike little meetings because it is crazy. Now let's talk about this for a second, because I'm going to break this down. Some of y'all have me scratching my head. I bet you this guy didn't think he was going to be sitting here at the stop sign this long with a car behind him. Let's go there, brother. You're good, don't worry. I would have stopped there too for a hot minute. I'm trying to find the same place. I'm trying to find the same thing to do, dude. Don't worry about you. All right. Nice Tahoe, by the way. All right, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, find a little spot, got some good light here. What is Steve's complaint? Steve's complaint is that he observed different speeds. Well, I'm headed south on Conway, the speed limit's X. When I'm headed north on Conway, the speed limit is Y. Why are you concerned about the other speed limit? This is what you need to know. When you're traveling, the only signs that you need to pay attention to are the ones that are facing you. If the other traffic is going 40 mile an hour in a 40 zone and southbound is 35 and you're doing 35, the other side is they do surveys. Engineers. There are a really good group of smart individuals that come out here, they study, and they look, all right, how do we adjust speed limits? What are speed limits based off of? Where the road is going and the direct population and infrastructure around that roadway. When you look at Conway, it's all residential. That's why we're not exceeding 45 miles an hour through that area. But it reduces its speed as you're approaching a busier area. Plus, Conway dead ends into Lake Underhill. You can't really continue unless you're entering that ramp. The opposite direction, it's a continuous road. It's going to actually bump up to 45 after Curry Ford. So to address this question correctly, which is correct, which speed limit is correct, it's going to be the speed limit that you're doing that's facing you. So yes, northbound starts at 40, drops to 35. Southbound is 40, or starts at 35, goes up to 40. Do not worry about what the other direction of travel is doing. You're not the one enforcing it as long as you're doing what you're supposed to. Now, if a law enforcement officer was out there doing these speed limits, they would have to know and be very knowledgeable that if you're standing in the same direction, standing in the same spot. If we were standing there at Hayward and at that intersection, depending which way I'm facing, depends which way or what speed I'm enforcing, right? Because it's going to change up. And that could mess up some enforcement out there. But the speed is correct, and it's in the right spot for that area. Man, that was a lot of talking for such a short little topic there. Went 13 minutes talking about that thing. Conway, listen, it's under a lot. It's been under a lot. One of my producers sent me out there last year when they started this construction. It doesn't stop. Based off of what we're seeing out there now, has that construction pretty much wrapped up? I believe it's pretty much done. The issue is, though, is you guys paying attention. We haven't had any major crashes in that stretch. I have had, though, a lot of complaints. So, Steve, to answer your question, just do the speed limit that is facing you. I'm not worried about what eastbound Curry Ford is doing if I'm driving westbound. Speed limit here is 35 miles an hour. If that, I don't know what the other side is, but if that was 45, I don't care. Just like I made the decision to go to Target as the joke earlier, I lost. Don't worry about what the price is anywhere else if you're already buying it. Probably a weird analogy, but this is off the cuff, guys, off the cuff kind of thinking here. So don't worry. We always say, don't make your traffic problems anyone else's traffic problems. That's the same thing here. Why are you worried about what the other car's doing? Just same thing about the left laners. The car's speeding. Well, you're not supposed to be there in the first place. Get out of it. If you want to go out there and enforce and really affect traffic, I can refer you to a few websites. BeATrooper.com, Orlando Police Department, Orange County Sheriff's Office. They're all hiring. And I guarantee if you go there with a passion of traffic complaint, they're going to give you a job. And then you can come out here and you can write some tickets. All right, guys. Trooper Steve on patrol, hitting Conway up. Short, sweet, nice and simple. I hope I answered Steve's question. If you've got a question for me, email me, Ask Trooper Steve, or I get a lot of this stuff via direct message. Y'all in my DMs, because I operate all my own social media. So if you're sending a message to any Trooper Steve page, it's coming directly to me. I am seeing it. Yes, even the rude ones. I know who y'all are. So you guys drive safe. Have a great day. Stay hydrated. It is getting warm. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys later.